All right, today's list, I'm going to be tier ranking DC superheroes. Um, I've only read some DC comics. Going to be straight up front with that. So my opinion is going to be based on what I know from the comics, what I hear about from the character, and the things I've seen from the character outside of the comics, i.e., movies or cartoons. For reference, my favorite TV show of all time is probably Young Justice, so you're definitely going to see that reflected when I do this tier list. But let's just get right into it. First, we got Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. I'm going to take because they have the characters separated out via different versions as well. So I'm going to look at that, not only that version, but everything about them, like Batgirl, Oracle, all of it. And, translate that out for every single character here. Very underutilized outside of the comics. A very valued member of the Bat family. Shows that being a hero, there's different roles that you could fulfill to still be a hero with her Oracle time. Her getting shot, is one of the few comics I actually have. I'll put her B. I'm gonna put her B. Cyborg. Let's see. Teen Titans legend. Now he's used a lot with the Justice League now. He's always going to be a Teen Titan to me. I love Cyborg in that show. He's being used in Young Justice pretty fine, but I'm going to stick him next to Batgirl as a B. Red Hood. Red Hood, one of the better animated movies of DC, Batman Under the Red Hood. Adds an interesting dynamic to the Bat family with his willingness to kill, his desire to kill almost, straying so far from the rest of that family. Interesting one. Can be used in such interesting ways. I'm going to put him A. Batman himself. Obviously, this is a pillar of comics, period, superheroes, period, maybe even fiction, period. I'm going to put him S. I feel like I don't need to go too in-depth on this one. Everyone knows Batman. Some people are annoyed because of how much Batman gets talked about and shown, but he deservingly so. What is it? Alan Scott, Green Lantern. Looks goofy. Don't care too much about Earth 2. I'll put him D. Aquaman. I have not seen the newest Aquaman movie. Probably won't till it comes out on streaming if I do ever watch it. But he was kind of underrated, and then the Momoa stuff probably pushed him to about properly rated. I did read the Rebirth Aquaman stuff for at least like the first volume of it. But overall, Aquaman is B. This is going to get filled up probably. B is just a safe bet. I actually do like DC more than Marvel. I don't know if I said that at the beginning. But I think DC has better characters. Marvel just has better movies. And then that's it. I think Marvel just has better movies. Spider-Man is making the video games kind of equal. But then, I don't know. I think comics, TV shows, animated movies, I think DC's pretty comfortably ahead. But base characters, DC has so much to work with. Marvel's collapsing in terms of movies. It's the perfect time for James Gunn, the guy who made the last good Marvel movie, to come in and push them ahead of Marvel. It's on the table, guys. But Barry Allen, specifically Flash, this is pretty much the Flash. I'm going to put him... I kind of want to put him S, but I'm going to put him A, and I'll get into it later. Beast Boy. I think what holds him back is all of his best stuff is part of a team, but that team stuff is great. So I'll put him B. I'll put him in the same tier as his other teammate who kind of is in the same thing. And I think this is supposed to be Black Canary. I'll be honest, I don't really care too much for her, but she's pretty cool. Basic superpower set, just has the scream. Which I guess isn't actually basic because it is more unique, but I'll still put her C. Booster Gold. I need him to start being utilized if I want him to actually put him any high anywhere high. He is getting, I think, a TV show coming up. Good friends with the Ted Kord Blue Beetle. This is not where he's going, don't worry. But I'm going to put him C for now. He's just like a comedic relief character. We'll see what goes on. Constantine. So there's obviously the movie, and then there was the one-season TV show that started kind of meh, but it finally picks up at the end, and then it gets canceled, so that sucked. But I'm going to put him A. I think he's just like, he's the face of the darker side of the DC, the more mystic side of the DC as well. I'm going to put him in a nice solid A. And then we have Damian Wayne, Robin. Not my favorite Robin, but, I mean, I don't think there's a Robin that's missed. All Robins are pretty good. I'm going to put him B as well, just a sidekick, so that holds him back, I think. And then I think there's just more interesting stuff done with these upper tiers here. Deadman. Kind of a gimmick superhero. Sometimes is cool, but, like, I'm just going to put him D. I mean, the best thing that happened with Deadman was when Nightwing became him in the Injustice universe. And then I think this is Elongated Man. Is anyone's favorite superhero Elongated Man? I could see, obviously this one. I could see these for sure. Like, obviously these ones are people's favorite. You definitely, these are like where it starts to get a little contrarian. This is where they're like, they have super niche interest. Dion is where it's like, yo, are you anyone's favorite? And then Elongated Man, it's like, you're not even the go-to hero with that power set in your universe. I'm going to put him F. Dr. Fate. Dude needs to chill. Taking over people's body like that is not cool, but extremely powerful. The concept of a host being taken over is an interesting one for a superhero. It does bring some moral questions about the hero itself. So let's put him C. That one might be harsh. Firestorm. He's just like, it's like, I know who he is. He's kind of cool. The powers are kind of cool. This is what this tier is, where it's like, you know what, they're kind of cool, but it's just like not much really there with them. All right. Oliver Queen, Green Arrow. Is he a lesser Batman? Is he a discount Batman? That is probably how he started, but I think they've maybe leaned in more to the Robin Hood aspect. He's a more charismatic Batman, that's for sure. I'm going to put him A. I mean, the TV show Arrow was great for first 2 seasons for sure. I think 3 was probably still good, but that show did fall off. But I think it did do a lot for his public reputation. I'm going to put him A. Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. This is going to be played by Nathan Fillion pretty soon. Isn't he like the punching bag Green Lantern? Whoa, no sure. So like he fills a kind of a gimmicky role, if that's the case, but I could be wrong. Does he get his ring before Hal? I don't think so. Well, maybe chronologically within the story, but I think in terms of actual release date, that's not true. But I'll put him D. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. This is definitely like the Green Lantern, and I remember, I mean, I was a kid. I didn't hate the Green Lantern movie, but it wasn't good. I do know that. And I've seen some stuff about it since. Like, yeah, so not the best movie. I've always wanted, my biggest desire for Green Lantern for years now has been a buddy cop movie with him and Jon Stewart, and we might be getting that, but maybe in a TV show. But I'll still put him A. He's like the go-to Green Lantern. Green Lantern, there's interesting lore there with him. This is like the guy. I think that's Hawkman. I don't see Bazungas. Okay, no, there's Hawkgirl right there. So this is Hawkman. I don't care for him. I just don't care for him. The movie version was aight. I did not like Black Adam, but Hawkman himself was aight in it. I might put him like E for eh. You know what I'm saying? Jay Garrick Flash. I think I might just put every Flash in A. I know I said I didn't care for Earth 2 earlier, but he plays an important role in pretty much establishing multiverse. And like multiverse is run rampant now, but when it was first introduced, it was a great idea. And honestly, it's still a great idea. You just have to do unique things with it. And a lot of people are just using it as the thing. And they're like, well, the cool thing is there's a multiverse. And it's like, no, you have to use the multiverse as a backdrop to play on something, like an aspect of the character and like what makes them versus these other versions. But anyways, very influential, honestly. Flash of Two Worlds, I'm going to put him A. Is Jessica, what was her last name? I know, I saw some of her stuff. I know she has like public anxiety, which is a very interesting trait to give to a Green Lantern specifically, because it's about having courage. So I think that's a very unique thing to do with pushing a lesson of like having courage doesn't mean you don't have fears. Having courage is pushing through them. So that's a really good like thing to do with the character. I think she has a crush on the Flash, or at least she did at one point. But I'll put her C. She's super. I feel like at least relative to these guys, I think she's super new. Like within, I think in the 2000s she was made. But yeah, I'll put her C. I think this is John Stewart. I mean, if you don't have Hal, you got to have John. These are 1A, 1B in terms of Green Lanterns. He was the one in the Justice League cartoon. We're going to be getting him soon. I've been wanting him. Good counterpart. He's a no-nonsense, more serious Green Lantern. As we've had some comedic guys be the Green Lantern. John Stewart, A. Hawk Girl. Better than Hawkman. She's just been in some more stuff because that Justice League cartoon is hard carrying. Interesting thing with John Stewart with her, but I'm gonna put her C. Pretty cool, pretty solid. Katana. I don't care for her. She was in Suicide Squad, and that was kind of it in terms of outside of comic appearances. She's probably in some cartoons as well. I'm gonna put her for I don't care. What's his name? Kyle Rayner. Isn't he the most powerful Green Lantern? Power doesn't necessarily put you anywhere on here. Otherwise, like Dr. Fate would be higher. Anyways, I'll put him B. I get that he's maybe a more important Green Lantern, but I don't think he's on the level iconic-wise as these two. Martian Manhunter. Kind of underrated, I think. Well, I feel like he's the go-to to say underrated, so he's probably just rated. But I'm going to put him A, one of the more powerful heroes. To me, this guy should be a Core 7 Justice League member. Anytime you do the Justice League, I think you need to have him. A good power, equal almost to Superman, but not quite. Mira. An actress has really hurt her public reputation. I don't know who this guy is. I know I'm going to get called a casual for that. I don't know who the fuck this is. Nightwing. Batman's greatest success. I'm going to put him in S as well. This is Batman with optimism. Right? That's who that is. Real ladies man. A leader of the Titans. Was the first Robin, probably the most iconic sidekick, so he's very important in terms of the history of comics. I'm going to put him in S. Plastic Man. I've been putting gimmick characters in D. I'll put Plastic Man there as well. Sometimes he's kind of pervy, which is not okay. Speaking of pervy, in a different way, for a different reason I say that, Power Girl. A funny thing done. The artist was like, I don't think they're really paying attention to the shit I'm drawing. Each issue, I'm going to draw her bazungas a little bit bigger till they got to comedic size. I'll put her D. I mean, she's hot. Is that it? I mean, I know that like she's just an otherworld Supergirl. Whatever. All right, the Question. I kind of like some lower level powered superheroes doing some shit. True Detective, probably. I want to say maybe he's supposed to be on the equal level of Batman in terms of detective skills, but Batman's the greatest detective, so probably not. But let's put the Question C. Raven. Does she deserve S? She's fighting for it. I'm going to put her A, though. The only thing holding me back is like I've read some Nightwing comics. Him by himself, Batman by himself. Raven, I'm only really seeing as a part of a team. Now, I bet she's got her solo issue, solo run, and you can get on me for putting her A for that reason, but I think that's what's going to hold her back. But usually a story catalyst for Teen Titans and Titans comics. I'm going to put her A. Red Arrow, Roy Harper. Another cool sidekick that goes on his own, and I don't know how well he holds on his own. I don't know how well he differentiates himself from Green Arrow. I think he's part of the Outsiders, so he's probably a little bit on the rougher side compared to Oliver Queen. I'm going to put him B. What's keeping him up higher is also his drug storyline, was pretty influential for like just shooting up heroin on the cover of a comic. It's crazy. I'm going to put him B. Shazam, Billy Batson. Discount Superman. And I know that's being harsh. I'll put him B as well. I do like him. I forgot who the fuck this is, guys. I'm going to be honest. I read some of the Green Lantern with him and her Green Lanterning Earth while the others were out, but I don't remember who the fuck this is. I don't feel comfortable putting him in F, so I'm going to put him in E. Starfire. I feel like she's just kind of on the equal plane in terms of how much I like them as Raven. Huge crush on her like everybody, but I'm going to put her A. What is it? Stargirl? I don't care for her. Superboy. This is where Young Justice definitely kicks the fuck in because he's featured so heavily there, one of the main characters there. But I don't see him anywhere else out of that, really, especially because now he's kind of getting pushed aside by a different, like, Superboy, John Kent. So I'm going to put him C. But I do got a lot of love for him. Supergirl. I don't care much for her either. But I'm going to put her over these guys for sure. So I'll put her C. Superman, love him or hate him, you got to put him S. The most iconic superhero possibly of all time. The most powerful, most broken in terms of that, but the interesting things you do with Superman is not through his power set. It's through being an alien living on Earth and having more humanity than anyone else. That's what you do with him. That's what makes him interesting. James Gunn, I have full faith, will make a great Superman movie and remind people why the fuck this guy is so iconic. Was it Swamp Thing, Man Thing? I don't remember which one DC has. Put him D. Blue Beetle, specifically Ted Kord, it looks like. Should I put him in the same tier as Booster Gold, his buddy, his pal, his amigo, his friend? I will. Oh, fuck. What is the Atom? Well, I'm blanking on his actual name, but the Atom, I don't care for. Like, you're not as cool as Ant-Man, bro. Let's put him D. Tim Drake Robin. Is that my least favorite Robin? That's crazy if it is, because I still actually really like Tim Drake. I think of all the Robins, I think he's supposed to be the best detective. We'll put him B. We're going to put him B. Wally West Flash. If you were wondering why I was so hesitant to put Flash in A, Barry Allen, is because, well, Flash is my favorite superhero, but I want to make it clear who my favorite superhero is. It is Wally West. Like I said, Young Justice, one of probably, if not my favorite show of all time, my favorite character in that was Wally West. Please bring that show back. Please bring him back. This is my GOAT. This is my favorite superhero, period. My favorite DC superhero by far. Wally West. Also, canonically, the fastest Flash. Their whole gimmick is speed. He's the fastest. He's an S. I forgot bro's name down here. Panther helped trains Batman. And then I think in the Arrow show, he helped train Oliver Queen. You're a trainer. You're a trainer, dude. I'll put you D. Wonder Woman. The most iconic female superhero of all time. Period. The big three in DC is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. That's correct. One of earliest success shows for DC was the Wonder Woman show with Carter. What's her name? Linda Carter. Linda Carter. Super iconic. Gonna put her as easily. Zatanna. Another go-to for the mystical side of the DC, as well as Constantine. I think this is Zatanna. It's all I could think. It's not the iconic look, but it's just who I think this has to be. I'm gonna put her A. Who didn't have a crush on Zatanna? Easy A. This is the list. These are my 5, apparently. I only have a nice clean 5 and S. For me, it goes like this. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, it just goes like that. NS. Those are my top 5, I guess. Is that really my top 5? Pending change. I might need to get more knowledgeable on DC, but I really, like I said, DC, it's coming, guys. DC's greatness is on the way. It's been great, but public perception greatness is on the way. People only care about movies. But guys, James Gunn will lead this universe into the future with success. I have full faith. I think next year, 2025, is when shit starts to really kick off with Superman, and then I think we get 2 Batman movies in a year. Fine with me. Obviously, that's fine with me. Love Robert Pattinson's Batman, so can't wait to see that one again. Hope they do the other Batman well. But that's going to be it. This is a quick Monday video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video, subscribe for, comment what you agreed with most, and comment what you disagreed with most. But that's going to be it for this video. And as always, keep gaming.